Yo guys, what's happening? This is Pat Lister here with Run Repeat, here to give you a brand new review of a brand new shoe, the Topo Athletic MT-3. So this shoe is going to be a neutral runner for those who are on the trail who like a kind of lower profile, lightweight shoe that can tackle the road as well. So Topo Athletic is a brand that I haven't even heard of before I got these shoes. But when I got these shoes and put them on my feet and started to walk and started to run with these shoes, I was glad that I finally heard of them. This has been my favorite shoe of the year so far, out of all the shoes that I have worn. And most of that comes from the brand's kind of quality of shoe. So this brand is relatively new, and they do a great job of mixing comfort and technology with naturalness of just kind of how your foot's supposed to work with running and with the gait pattern. So some key qualities that I just want to go over with Topo Athletic across their whole lineup that you'll see in the MT-3 here is a wide toe box. So they got a great toe box there that allows room for your toes to kind of open up, to splay, and to kind of have that contact on the ground as you're running. And what that's going to do for you, that's going to allow for more comfort, but it's going to allow for a healthier foot. Another thing that this company is really committed to is just having a lightweight shoe. So this shoe in a men's size 10 comes in around 10 ounces, which is really good for a trail shoe. And just feeling it, it doesn't feel like it's 10 ounces. It feels like it could be even less. So just the makeup of the shoe is just great. Another thing, this company is really committed to having a secure lockdown here at the midfoot and at the rear foot. And what that's going to allow is when you're running, you're not going to have any of that give in your shoe when you're running. I mean, in your foot, which that's something that I absolutely hate. So just looking at the front here, a great lockdown here with the lacing system, but it comes from the rear foot. We have great cushioning around here, which allows that heel to get really locked in from the very beginning, and allows for a more comfortable and more stable run. Another thing that this company has across all the shoes is a low drop shoe. So a low drop just simply means the difference between the forefoot here, the front of the shoe, and the rear foot here is relatively neutral, relatively straight on. So 3 millimeters means that there's just a little lift of the heel there. Now, if you're not used to having a low drop shoe, and when I say low drop, I mean probably 6 millimeters or less, then you're going to want to work your way into this shoe. This is going to be a shoe you're going to want to alternate into the mix until you get comfortable. But once you do, it's going to allow for a better just pattern with running. So that's the kind of highlights across the brand. I'm going to break down the shoe here now. Let's get it going. Really key things about the upper of the shoe that I have come to love. Again, the secure lockdown here, which is seen from the rear foot here, and that great heel, a great cushion back here, and then just a lacing system. It's pretty simple. We have some great kind of rubber overlays across the shoe here, and coming across here, which is going to allow for a really secure lockdown here at the midfoot, and it does a great job. Another key here, guys, is just the fabric here, and I don't know if you can get a clear sense of that, but it's a really thin, like nylon material, and once you put your foot inside the shoe, the underneath is like a cotton overlay, and it is just a great feeling. So you got this nylon, just lightweight mesh. You got these rubber overlays across the shoe, and at the bottom here as like a rock plate, and then you have this great cushion here around your collar and heel. It's a great combination. It's pretty simple, pretty lightweight. And another really cool thing here, guys, is they have vents. So I don't know if you can see this here. They got vents in their shoes down at the bottom. And this is a trail shoe, so it's something that is going to allow for some drainage on some of them trails that may be wet. It's going to allow some more better breathability, right? So it's pretty cool. I don't know how functional it is, but overall, I think it's a great idea. The only issue I have with the upper overall is the lacing system has some issues with durability. So here, right here, where the laces and the eyelet right here, it started to rip through, which that only happened about 15 miles or so. I started to notice it, but then it progressively is getting worse the more I use them. So I reached out to Topo Athletic, and they told me that they haven't had this issue with any other shoe. And they were willing to, they wanted me to kind of just keep them updated when this ripped through. They were going to send me another pair. But hey, if Topo was willing to stand by their product, I'm not going to knock them for it. So again, no issues here. Great upper. The midsole here is the star of the show, in my opinion. It is the star of the show. This is the best midsole that I've felt in a long time, and this is something that I think goes across all of Topo's lineup from what I've been reading on their other shoe lineups. It does like an even 50-50 split of cushion and responsiveness. It just feels great. It feels comfortable, but at the same time, it feels like I can run far in them. It feels like I can run fast in them. It feels like I'm getting good feel of the road, but at the same time, I'm getting that cushion that I need. And man, oh man, do I hate a really soft shoe. I hate it. And especially for the trail, you're not going to want a really soft shoe. You're going to want a shoe that gives you some feedback. This does an excellent job, And then lastly here, the outsole. The outsole is just a really hard rubber outsole throughout, and which is meant to handle kind of a light terrain trail. In addition, these are like so low profile trail that you can use them on the road. So for the average guy who just likes to run every now and then for exercise, or the average gal, you can take these on the road and be good with, or you could take them on that gravel trail or that dirt trail by your house and have a great experience. Now, I do have to say they do, I think, do better on the trail, but I put tons of miles on the road in these and I had no issues with it. The only problem is they're a little clunky, because we're having that thick rubber here, so it won't feel as like responsive and soft on the road, but really good. And another last thing here I just want to note about this shoe is just the flexibility. Look at that. So it moves very nicely, allows for that foot to work like it's supposed to. So really great shoe, guys. Overall, I want to just talk about some of the aspects of the shoe, which I think are pretty important. So the fit of the shoe kind of runs true to size. I think it was a little small for me. I could have went a half size up. I think a lot of that comes from the increased cushion here in the heel, which kind of pushed my foot forward a little bit. But hey, it did the trick. I just put some thinner socks on. The fit was great. Fit was comfortable. Performance of the shoe, just how did it perform? It did a great job, guys. It felt fast. It felt comfortable. It felt like I could go run my daily runs. It felt like I could run like a light trail race with this. It was really, really, really solid performance overall. The quality of the shoe, and when I think of quality, I'm thinking about what am I getting for what am I paying for this shoe. So this shoe comes in at about $110, and I'm getting a lot for that. I'm getting a shoe I can take on the road and a shoe I can take on the trail. So I think that checks my boxes there with quality of price. The durability is a concern a little bit due to the eyelet tearing, and in addition, I'm going to put this a little closer here. It's starting to like tear away here from the upper, from the mid, and I don't know if it's more cosmetic or if it's actually tearing through there. Time will tell. So the durability is in question a little bit. The functionality of the shoe. So what is the shoe designed for, and how well does it do it? Blown out of the park. So if you're going to tell me I'm going to have a shoe that can run on the road and on the trail, I'm not going to expect it to be a 10 out of 10 on both. I'm going to expect it to do both well. And this shoe does both well. It does a great job with both of them. Overall, this shoe is a great shoe. I would highly recommend you going out and checking the Topo lineup. And if you're a trail person or a person who runs a little bit of both, take this shoe. This is the shoe you're going to want to cruise in. This shoe you're going to walk in. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Check out my detailed review on RunRepeat.com. I'm Pat Lister here, giving you the Topo MT-3 look. And I appreciate your time today. Thank you. Have a great one.